This is a very real example of serious youth violence. Just days ago, this footage was released of as many as 100 school children brandishing bats and knives in a mass brawl in Bexley. A report out today shows this sort of crime is on the rise, ranging from playground fights to stabbings and shootings. In the past year, there were 6,290 victims of serious youth violence, this being a 4% increase on last year. One charity who is trying to help those affected is Red Thread. They support young people from the moment they're admitted to A&E with injuries, working alongside the Met Police and the NHS.
More young people are probably carrying knives, even though if they were to really think about it, they're aware that there are massive consequences in being caught in carrying a weapon. However, there's a certain level of being able to defend themselves and a fear factor within their community or when they're out on their own that seems to have them more likely to carry weapons. I think it does highlight the fact that serious youth violence and knife crime is not, again, just about gangs. It's not just about the zombie knives and other things. Actually, it's about frightened children and young people carrying, the IKEA kitchen knife around because they think that that's a way to protect themselves. Actually, we know that they're more likely to become injured themselves if they get into a situation.
One major figure from today's report is the number of female victims has risen by 58% in the last 4 years. It's something City Hall is taking very seriously.
So these are young ladies and women who are victims of knife crime, and that is a really startling figure. We didn't see that 5 or 10 years ago. We want to understand that. So it's a trend that we're really uncomfortable with, and so our next piece of work is then to investigate what the Met, how they're approaching it, and other partners. So we've identified the problem, which actually is quite startling. We now need to do some work about how we're going to address it. Because what did also come out was the fact that it's an evolving scene. These are things that weren't around 5 or 10 years ago, and so solutions that were around 5 or 10 years ago won't work. We need to look at new solutions, and that's what the committee will be looking at.
Today, City Hall will hold a meeting with the Met Police to take steps to tackle this issue. Their objectives will be outlined in the Mayor of London's police crime plan.